Hi, I'm YesReneau, and this video is how to get into Harvard. For this video, it's assumed that 1. You don't have legacy status. 2. You don't have perfect ACT or SAT scores. Or 3. You don't come from a family with the last name Gates, Rockefeller, Kennedy, Buffett, Bloomberg, or Winfrey. Yes, it is possible to get into Harvard even if you have not been adopted by Oprah. Living proof. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so first things first, if you want Harvard to take you seriously, you should aim for stellar grades and ACT, SAT scores. Grades aren't everything, but they do send the signal, I am competent. But when you send your grades to Harvard, you want your grades to say, I am exceptional. Now numbers are just numbers, but personally I would aim for at least a GPA of 3.7, at least an ACT of 32, and an SAT of at least 2,000. Did I say at least enough times? At least. Okay, but as I mentioned, grades are not everything. Just consider for a second, the year that I got into Harvard, there were enough qualified applicants to fill up 6 full graduating classes. 6 full graduating classes! That should scare the bejesus out of you. Think about it. That means that there are plenty of students who are scoring perfect grades on the ACT and SAT who are not getting in. And I did. So, how do you stand out in a situation like that, where there are probably about 35,000 people who apply, about 10,000 or so who are qualified to apply, and only about 2,000 that get in? That is where I think the essay comes into place, because you're sure as heck not going to convince them through your dance moves. The best advice I ever got on how to write an essay came from a Stanford admissions officer. Oh, the irony. So his advice was somewhere along the lines of, in your essay, try to show that you have a passion without actually using the word passion. So often he would get essays sent to him where kids would just litter their papers with, I have a passion for this and I have a passion for that, and passion, 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 passion. But the words would be full of empty meaning. If you're unsure what your passion is, or if you even have one, guilty. Then in your essays, just try and show Harvard your personality and your drive in life. What makes you different? How has your world shaped you? How will those things influence the person that you want to be in the future? Now, you don't need to know all this, and you don't need to answer all those questions exactly. Essentially, Harvard is just trying to sniff out people that it knows will be successful regardless of what school they go to. Show them why you're that person. Show them why they want you. Because they do want you. They just can't see it yet. And you need to connect that bridge for them, otherwise they will not see it. Time to answer another question which gets asked of me a ton. Yes or no, what classes or extracurriculars should I do to get into Harvard? As far as classes go, try to take the most challenging classes you can while staying true to yourself. The goal is to make yourself seem as impressive as possible while still being authentic. If your school offers AP or IB classes, try and get a lot of those under your belt. But if you don't like science, then maybe don't take AP Bio. I mean, not everybody needs to know what the Krebs cycle is. In fact, I wish I didn't. And if I had to give any advice on the extracurricular front, it would be try and pick 1 or 2 main activities that you focus most of your time on, and then fill up the rest of your time with smaller activities. This is called a jack-of-all-trades approach, and it is really good for those of us who are not fantastic at any one thing in particular. But if you're gonna do a lot of activities, don't just spread yourself thin and not be good at any of them. Try and have a little bit of depth. You know, the 1 or 2 main things that you focus on, try to be relatively good at those. Again, there is no secret formula to getting in, which I know from personal experience can be really, really, really frustrating. What worked for me was being a teenage girl living in suburban Ohio who did math, ran track, and loved art. And if I thought that that could work for every single one of you, then trust me, I would tell you. But I don't think it can. And I think the sex change operation to become a teenage girl would be a painful experience for most boys out there. Alright, that's all she wrote. Figuratively and literally, because I am the she, and that is all I have written. Well, I really hope that this video helped some of you in some form or another, and I hope it didn't scare any of you away from applying. I mean, first and foremost, more important than any other thing I've told you thus far, applying to Harvard is the most important part of getting into Harvard. I'm YesReneau. I hope I'll see some of you next year, and you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So stop procrastinating and just apply already! Bye!